And joining us right now for reaction to this and other news of the day, of course, is Senator Marco Rubio, Republican of Florida. Senator, thanks for joining us. And what is your reaction to Rand Paul's announcement today? How important is this to the cause of immigration reform?
Well, first, thanks for having me on. I wish I would have been on yesterday. I could have been the answer to a trivia question one day. But anyway, on the Senator Paul's speech today, it's a very good development. Look, there's a growing consensus that something needs to be done about immigration, but it needs to be done in a way that's responsible. In essence, we need to do three things. Number one, we have to reform our legal immigration system. It needs to be modernized. Number two, we have to enforce our laws, and we have to improve the way they're enforced. And number three is we're going to have to figure out a way to deal with the people that are here illegally in a way that's compassionate, but also responsible. And that means, we're not going to deport 12 million people like Rand Paul said today. We're also not going to give blanket amnesty or a special pathway to citizenship, because that would be unfair to the people that have done it the right way. And so finding that right balance is what we've been trying to work on and continue to work on. And I hope we'll have something soon on that so we can begin to discuss it with our colleagues.
Your fellow Florida Republican Jeb Bush, a few weeks ago when he unveiled his book, had, I don't want to call it a stumble, but there was a question about whether or not he supported a path to citizenship. He didn't seem to in the book, although he had previously said that he did support a path to citizenship. This obviously a big sticking point with conservatives especially. Jeb Bush told the Washington Post during that book tour that while he was working on the book, you were not for a path to citizenship. Can you explain to us your evolution on this issue?
Yeah, actually, what I've never been for is a special pathway to citizenship. And let me just remind everybody, there is no such thing as a path to citizenship. You can't go from being an immigrant to a citizen. You have to go to get a green card first. What efforts in the past has done is they've awarded people green cards. It's basically said, if you've been here for X number of years, we're going to give you a green card. And then once you get a green card, in 3 to 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. I'm not saying that we should do that. On the contrary, I'm saying that all we do is that we allow people to earn, to basically apply for it, and if they qualify, receive a legal status. And then at some point in the future, when some time has elapsed and the security measures are in place, then the only thing people would get is the opportunity to apply for a green card. We wouldn't award one either. And then if they would receive that green card, then of course they can apply for citizenship at some point in the future after that. And that's been my position, is not to have a special pathway to green card citizenship or anything else, because it's unfair to the people that are doing the right way, and it would incentivize illegal immigration in the future. And that's been my position all along, is that we're not going to do any special pathways that discourage people from doing it the right way.
Senator, you and Senator Casey, a Democrat of Pennsylvania, today introduced legislation proposing more aid to the Syrian rebels than is already being provided. It does not include weapons, but it does include ammunition. Yeah. Where does it end for you? How far are you willing to take U.S. involvement in that civil war? And in addition, are you not concerned that there are al-Qaeda ties to some of these rebel groups?
Well, let me answer the first part and then the second part of the question. The first part of the question is, how far are we willing to go? I'm only willing to go as far as our national interests are concerned. In essence, why do we get involved in anything around the world? It's because it's in America's best interest. It is in America's best interest for Assad to fall, because if Assad falls, it takes away a major sponsor of terrorism. It takes away a major ally of Iran's sponsorship of terrorism around the world. And so that's why it's important for Assad to fall. As far as the rebels are concerned, I am concerned about people that have links to al-Qaeda. And that's exactly why I think we need to be involved, because there is a group of rebels that do not have links to al-Qaeda, and there is a group that does. And I want to make sure that the best organized, the best funded, the best equipped group are the ones that don't have links to al-Qaeda. I want them to be the guys that take over when Assad falls, as he eventually will. What I don't want to see happen is that the people with all the guns and all the training are the bad guys, are the al-Qaeda affiliates. And that's unfortunately what I think could happen if countries like ourselves don't get involved in some way to be helpful to the people that are not linked to al-Qaeda.
But no weapons. You would not give weapons.
Well, actually the rebels have, they want every weapon they can get their hands on, but they actually have a lot of weapons now, and there are plenty of people that are providing weapons. What I have said in the past is that what they run critically short on is ammunition, and that's something we came across in our recent visits to the region and meeting with different people that are working with the rebels. What they really need is ammunition, and what they really need is the ability to pay the soldiers so that they stay loyal to the rebel organization, the non-al-Qaeda rebel organizations like the Free Syrian Army, etc. This is what they need more of. The weapons, they're already getting that, and there are other countries that are interested in selling them weapons as well.
Before I let you go, we cover pop culture on the show in addition to issues such as Syria and immigration reform. Okay. I know you talk a lot about your love of Tupac. Justin Timberlake is introducing an album today. And I want to know, even though he has Jay-Z on the album with him, is that hardcore enough for you?
No, listen, he's a talented performer, but he's not on my iPod. But no, nothing against him. He's very popular. He's just not one of the guys I listen to.
Not hardcore enough for Senator Marco Rubio. Thanks
Justin
for joining us
Timberlake?
today.
No.
Thank you.